Oh, sorry, you want the time? Guess what time it is, my friend? That's right, it's 5 past Lankinen. Another game, another night, where Kevin Lankinen, Vancouver Canucks goaltender, lets in 3 or more. And this one, it's not that much better than that Utah game from a few nights ago. 6 goals against the Mammoth, 5 goals against here against the Golden Knights. Talk about a mother's trip to forget when it comes to the Vancouver Canucks leaking goals like crazy. Say what you want about expected goals and high danger chances and how Vancouver has oddly enough been decent at that, apparently. I mean, what did they say on the broadcast? They don't lead the league in expected goals since January 1st, do they? Did I just mishear that? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I had the game on in the background. I watched it, technically, but I can't say I was all too enthusiastic and paying attention to every single detail. In fact, I'd say that the most enjoyable, entertaining part of this Canucks and Vegas game was when the Vegas crowd was going out there and singing some pop punk after the face-off. They did Lit, My Own Worst Enemy. They did all the small things. They were not afraid to bust out those vocal pipes and get loud in the building. Obviously, they got loud when the Vegas Golden Knights scored some goals. Heck, the goal horn guy had himself a really fun night today, too. He blasts that thing like crazy. He doesn't let up. Oh boy, he's pretty enthusiastic about his job, eh? Don't know if I can say the same about some of these Vancouver Canucks players, but ultimately, the loss is 5-2. You don't really need to know anything about this game, honestly. It's just another one of these forgettable performances where some young defensemen, depth defensemen, were able to score some goals. Maybe not necessarily the best offensive night from the top dogs that we want to see Vancouver get production from. But after Jack Eichel and Cole Reinhardt made it 1-0 and 2-0 into the second period, you had Elias Pettersson, who brought things within 1. He had scored his 2nd goal of the season. Yeah, that's right. I said Elias Pettersson, not Elias Pettersson. DPD comes into the zone by himself, receives a pass from Liam Ogren, who is stopped up on the half wall with the puck. Ogren, by the way, love the speed, love the handling, love the confidence that he plays with. Ogren throws it back over to Petey, DPD, and then he snipes at 5-hole on Akira Schmid. My guy, Ivan Barbashev, then makes it 3-1 just 28 seconds later. So, yeah. Thanks, Barbashev. What a buzzkill that guy is. By the way, he's been on fire as of late. He takes a beautiful pass here from Mark Stone, and then he scores his 4th goal in 4 games. I have this guy in my primary fantasy league, and I have some other Vegas dudes in other leagues as well. Mark Stone obviously has been good when he's in the lineup. Dorofeyev has been solid, but Ivan Barbashev, after going months without really being a goal scorer, he has been starting to bury the puck in the net. What a nice little play there to get it 3-1 Vegas. And then the most unlikely of unlikely goal scorers strikes for Vancouver with 9 seconds to go in the second period. It's Connor Garland who throws it over for Pierre-Olivier Joseph. Joseph fakes the 1-T, but instead of hammering it on goal, he collects the puck, waits, takes, and then it beats Akira Schmid. Looks like it kind of fooled everybody. That first shot attempt, that 1-T that he faked, had everybody just kind of confused. Schmid went down, then he had to come back up again because he's like, oh, the guy didn't shoot, I'm going to go back up again. And then by the time Schmid saw the puck, because there were a number of bodies in front of him, Joseph already shot it, it was in the back of the net. Pavel Dorofeyev makes it 4-2 early into the third period. That is his 25th goal of the season, assisted by none other than Vegas Golden Knights legend Mitch Marner. Look at Marner, dipsy doodle dangling his way into the front of the goal mouth and then throwing it backdoor to Dorofeyev. What a beautiful play. And then, talk about unlikely goal scorers, it's Alexander Holtz, a guy that we once thought could have been a 40-goal scorer in the National Hockey League. He ends up scoring his 3rd of the season on a nice little play out in front. Keegan Colasar with the wraparound attempt. Holtz picks up the rebound and puts it into the open cage. Vancouver loses this one to Vegas 5-2. And, yeah, what else is there to talk about? Connor Garland, he is finally starting to get himself some points after going pointless for so many games. He now has 2 points against Utah 2 nights ago, 1 point against Vegas tonight, so 3 points in his last 2 games. Does it make up for the, 16 games or whatever that he went pointless this season? Probably not, but it has been noted that Connor Garland and the tenacity that he usually plays with, the intensity, the efficiency, all these things have been greatly reduced ever since Quinn Hughes got traded at the end of December. The guy had a really forgettable January. Despite the fact that he's generally seen as one of these engine-like guys on Vancouver, Connor Garland just wasn't really providing that consistency the past 30 days or so. And it's unfortunate because throughout the course of the past few years he's been in Vancouver, he has generally been one of the most consistent guys. This dip after the Hughes trade was like the first time we ever saw him take a step back and take his foot off the gas pedal. Not just in terms of the point production or the lack thereof point production, but also in terms of his off-puck play. Anyways, he's gotten himself 3 points in his last 2 games now. He's finally up there. You also had yourselves Teddy Bluger with 2 assists today. Yeah, that's right. Teddy Bluger got the secondary on both of these defenseman goals, DPD and P.O. Joseph. This guy's got to go out there and have a banger Olympic Games. He's going to play for Team Latvia. He might be their number 1 center. I would assume he's in the mix for it. And then he'll come back better than ever. Maybe he'll get traded from Vancouver right after the trade freeze melts. Teddy Bluger, he's already got Stanley Cup championship pedigree with this Vegas team that he played with a few years ago. So obviously this is a guy that I think will provide decent value to any team that acquires him before the trade deadline. Jonathan Lekkerimäki didn't get himself any points today. He also was a -1, but the guy had some pretty nice grade A chances. Like to see that out of Jonathan Lekkerimäki as long as he gets more ice time and he's given the free rein to just kind of grow and learn the game and be in the NHL. That is all he really needs at this point. Stop not trusting the guy. Vancouver's the worst team in the league. There is no reason why Lekkerimäki should be shunned in terms of overall ice time. He was on the 4th line, but, yeah. This is one of these situations where Adam Foote, I do think you kind of got to give the guy some leeway. I understand that Lekkerimäki was, in a way, responsible for one of the goals today. I mean, there was a delayed penalty to him, which is what allowed Cole Reinhardt to come in and do a nice little shimmy-shammy move, getting around Marcus Pettersson and Sasson to make it 2-0. But ultimately, this situation here with Vancouver, the 5-2 loss, it is another loss in a season filled with loss, and I really don't know what else there is to talk about here. Did we make it to 8 minutes? Oh, we did! Thank goodness! I can leave y'all here with some good vibes for the night. With all that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Vancouver, Vegas, 5-2, Golden Knights victory. I hope you enjoyed this video. 9, and bye.